Hi Cancer, welcome to your June 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Cancer, let's take a look at your oracle cards. You have firstly from the Fairy Forest, the card of the Witch or the Seer, and it's about prophecy, guidance, direction. The advice and guidance given through this card is very feminine in its aspect, but it's anything but stereotypical. It's a very strong energy, wild, fierce, and with the devil energy above it as the overall energy, I do feel that fierceness around this. It's almost like a ruthless quality, but it's very clear. There's a lot of clarity with this card, and with clarity comes great healing. Also, what I'm sensing around this reading is the question of independence, not giving up freedom just to be in a relationship. It's that kind of feeling. So not feeling possessed or not feeling like you need to be controlled or are being controlled in a relationship. So there's this fierce kind of strength and independence around you, Cancer, or it could be the other person. Now the devil energy is the overall energy. In this case, it's the lighter devil, so nothing too bad here. It's really just a warning. I see this as a warning against excessiveness. You know, anything taken to an extreme is unhealthy, so whatever that means to you. But the devil in itself is not actually a bad feeling. It's, again, talks about pleasure, of course, but of course anything that's pleasurable also has the tendency to become toxic or unhealthy if done in a way which is excessive. So that's all I'm feeling around that card. Now the person around you, we have the seed of the heart. So something growing, love growing, or potential for love growing. But it seems like one of the other of you here, Cancer, may be more not really keen to get into a relationship. So let's see where this goes for you. I am going to do a few more shuffles for you here, Cancer, and then we'll get started. If you're enjoying these readings, please be sure to press that thumbs up button down below. It really makes a world of difference. And let me know if you're enjoying these readings. A comment below as well, and share me on your social media. That would be wonderful. So Cancer, let's take a look. We'll cut these cards. And let's start with the past energy around this, where you currently stand. Hopes for the future. How you feel about this person or the situation. The strengths, challenge, what's hidden, and the potential outcome. And remember guys, it can be vice versa, so it could resonate in the reverse, or if you're cross-watching, this could be a Cancerian that you're dealing with. Let's take a look. We have the star in reverse as the past energy. Disappointment. You know, I do think that this is a feeling that I'm getting around. It's either you, Cancer, or the other way around, but there's this feeling that I'm getting of someone who has given up on a dream, given up on a goal, out of, losing faith, losing trust. So it's not really a fear, it's more about resignation. I get this feeling of being resigned to one's fate and giving up on a dream or a goal. Cancer, where you currently stand, we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this disappointment is in relation to a question of family and the home is what I'm getting. So something that didn't work out the way that you'd hoped, losing faith, losing hope for a positive outcome around this environment. I'm feeling a separation energy around those cards. Let's see. Yeah, your hopes for the future, we've got the Chariot. That's what I mean. I do feel like you've been pulled in two different directions for a while, and Cancer, this is your card. So I get for you, the past few months have been about coming to terms with what isn't working in your life. And I think the recent world events here has given you an opportunity to take a look at that whereas before you may not have had time. So Cancer, you have begun to question what you have around you, question whether that's still for you. And I get you're starting to feel more like yourself, because this being your card, it tells me that Cancer, what drives you more than anything is emotion, a very watery energy. If we look behind this Chariot, you'll see that there is water, there's a moat. And I feel that that's driving this Chariot. I feel the emotion, the emotional aspect. What's driving you at the moment is a feeling. And it's pulling you in one direction and away from this past energy. Okay, let's see what we have here. How you're viewing this other person or the situation. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So I do think that you've been in a situation where you have been very focused on building up money, building up finances, and building up your own little empire there, Cancer. But it's starting to feel, for me, that there's something more. You know, when we talk about independence and the Nine of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, it is a very independent energy. Reversal, though, speaks to me of a lack of independence. So it may be here, Cancer, that either you or the other person is feeling that lack of independence and is wanting to pull away and experience more, not exactly alone time, because I don't feel that whoever's moving away here or wants to move away is actually going to be alone, because I do feel with this Devil card that there is a pull to play, a pull to pleasure, a pull away from something that was more about the building up of a financial, I'm picking up as some kind of financial, it's not business, I feel it's more about home related. This is not a situation where we're talking about career. I feel that this is about where someone lives, someone's home, someone's family. And they may even be looking, Cancer, it could be you looking at someone else and believing that they have a better lifestyle because they're single or independent. So it could be a friend that you're looking at here with a little bit of envy. Now, the strengths, we've got the King of Cups in the reverse. Now, I do feel that, again, that's you. So when it comes to your emotions, I do get, at the moment, you're repressing a lot of this emotion, this Chariot energy. What's driving you here is being repressed. And that's a danger card, because when we talk about the Devil, well, a lot of what the Devil speaks about, pleasure. It also speaks about fun things, more of a light-hearted energy. I mean, I look at this and I see Pan here playing his flute, his pan pipes, and he's kind of wild. He's free. It speaks of freedom, speaks of wildness. Nothing inherently bad with that, but when it's coupled with repressed emotion, if we're doing something just because of the pleasure, but we're not coming at it with emotion, then it feels to me very empty. So for you, I get a question mark that's coming up. And it's a question of what's driving you. Because I do feel that there is something that you're feeling on a very deep basis, but it's down there, but it's not being brought out, it's not being spoken about. And I feel it's love. It's love towards someone, Cancer, but it's not being expressed, it's not being outwardly shown. Now, why this is coming up as a strength? Well, at the moment it tells me that because there's something around you that you're focusing on that is more just about pleasure. It's more superficial. So the ability for you to not get involved emotionally seems to be something that is driving this. It's kind of weird energy that I'm picking up around it, but I do feel that whatever this devil energy is here, there's no emotion attached to it. It's more about just wanting freedom and not getting involved emotionally with anyone, Cancer. Yeah, not getting involved emotionally. Just it could be the other person, the person that you're dealing with, Cancer. It may not be you. Let's take a look at the challenge. Yeah, the Page of Swords. It's kind of like testing the waters, isn't it? It's testing one's mettle. But the trick is not to get involved emotionally. Well, good luck with that, because it's a really difficult thing. Some people can do it, but I find that they're usually the type of people that have some kind of problem, expressing themselves. So it's a very difficult thing to sleep around or just experience what's out there and maintain freedom without getting involved on a deeper level, getting our emotions caught up with this. But it seems to me that I'm talking about someone, I've got it as a Cancerian, but it could be the opposite way around. But the other person, there is that seed of the heart, that love. So there is love here, but it's not being expressed. Okay. Now when it comes to what's hidden, let's take a look. We've got the Nine of Wands. So yeah, be very protective of the heart, not wanting to express one's emotions. It's because of fear of hurt, fear of being rejected. Let's take a look at the outcome. The Hierophant in reverse. Well, it's going in a different direction. So it seems to me like, Cancer, you're wanting to go out and explore, experience not even relationships, because it's saying you shouldn't get into a relationship. It's not about getting the heart involved. It's just about sex. That's kind of what I'm picking up. Sex, pleasure without getting involved. A wilder energy, something that is non-conformist. I don't know who I'm speaking about here, Cancer, but it's a very clear message. But the person that's around you is someone who is not on board with this. I do think that there's that seed planted, that seed of love that's growing. Meanwhile, you're here experiencing or wanting to experience this single life, and being very protective of your independence, your freedom, and not wanting to get involved with anyone in which you feel there could be an emotional connection. Cancer, that's what I'm getting. So let's take a look. I'm going to clarify this reading, and I'll start with the Star in reverse as past energy. So past disappointment, something that didn't work out. You seem to be going through some kind of energy of this, of letting go of the past. The Star in reverse. What is this for? Past energy. Okay, Justice in reverse. Something that didn't go your way. King of Swords in reverse. I feel that's actually your energy there, Cancer. So it's very much a ruthless kind of energy. And we also have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Interesting. It all boils down to this card. What I'm feeling around you in the past is that you have experienced something that has kind of hardened your heart. Could be you, could be the other person, Cancer. And it's something that you feel is unfair. I do think that it may have involved a past marriage. There was divorce, or you're currently still going through that divorce, an ending. And there's a lot of painful feelings around this, and a lot of anger, disappointment. It's all stemming from hurt. A lot of hurt here. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm getting for you, you were stuck in that place for a long time, where there was a lot of anger, resentment, feeling a lot of pent-up pain, not getting that out in a healthy way, and just feeling that things were against you. So rough energy there in the past, and it made you lose hope. It kind of made you feel very negatively about life, or it made this person feel very negatively about their life. Now, the Six of Cups in reverse, let's take a look. Clarify that Six of Cups in reverse. Current energy. We've got that Chariot again. King of Wands in reverse. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah. So right now, I do feel that you have made a decision, a choice to end something from the past. I feel it's this situation that didn't work out, that there was a lot of bad feelings. So I get you moving on from that. I see you releasing that, letting go of that. You've given up trying to protect that energy. You're releasing it. You're letting it go. The thing, though, that I'm getting is that for you, you're kind of fighting. I get this energy of fighting your way out of this. So it's not a gentle movement. You know you're doing the right thing with the Chariot. You know you want to leave this behind and get out of this, but that King of Wands in reverse is telling me that the way you're doing it is kind of very, well, it's coming across as kind of like a steamroller or a bulldozer, where you needn't exert that much power, exert that much strength getting out of this. It feels to me like you've been stagnant for a really long time. You haven't been communicating how you've been feeling. You've been quite angry, and all of this anger gets released in a very unhealthy way, and then you get in this Chariot of yours. It's like getting in your car and just storming off. You're storming off out from this family home, or you're storming out of this old situation, and you're saying, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I've had it. I'm out. It's that kind of energy that I'm picking up around you, and it's very, very volatile. It's not a controlled energy. So the way in which you're doing this, it's like that explosive energy. Let's take a look at the Chariot. Hopes around this for the future. Again, could be the other way around, Cancer. We've got the Emperor. So getting back in control of your Chariot here, that's really what you're looking to do. I think you know. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it seems to me that you may have done something here, Cancer, that you feel you've taken the wrong road. You've taken the wrong approach. Let's just say that. It may not be the wrong road. It may be the right road. In fact, I think it is the right road. But you've taken the wrong approach. You've taken the wrong approach. That Knight of Cups in reverse tells me there that what you're doing here is it's all about force and kind of showing your strength and your might, but without involving the heart and without coming from a place of feeling and expressing your feelings. And I think that for you, getting back control of your life here and moving on in a more positive direction involves expressing yourself on that deep emotional level. So you're hoping to do that in the future, At the moment, though, I get you having this more wilder energy and saying, you know what, I'm doing my own thing, and I really, and it feels to me, that you're doing it from a place, you're thinking it's coming from strength, but it's actually coming from feeling weak. So you have a very, unfortunately, a weak position. And that's not a good place to act from, coming from this place of having this weak vantage point. Because I think for you, in order to really feel good about this move, Cancer, you have to come from a place of doing it for the right reasons. And I feel like this doesn't feel to me like the right reasons. I think you know that, and I think that in the future what you really want to do is move in a more positive direction by showing your heart, by following your heart, by opening up emotionally, and not doing what you've been doing here currently, which feels to me like a weaker kind of energy. Yeah, it's only because you feel weakened. You feel weakened by what you've been going through. So I completely understand it. It hasn't been easy getting out of this situation that you've been stuck in for a long time. So I get it. I get that aspect of this, Cancer. And the thing is, for you, you don't like feeling weak. So you wanted to show your strength. You wanted to make sure that others see you as a strong person. And I think that's part of it here. But the strength is coming across as too much. It's almost like it's just too strong. It's coming across as too strong, and I think people can see it right through it, to be honest. So a position of strength for you means getting back control of yourself and not acting in this way, which feels to me that you're not really expressing yourself in the right way. Yeah, let's take a look at that Nine of Pentacles in reverse, as how you're seeing this other person or the situation. We've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. And Judgment in reverse. Okay. All right. I am getting a feeling, Cancer, that you may have misjudged someone. There was a judgment made in the past, but I feel this energy of needing to reassess your position. I do think that there has been someone around you. You've actually been a little bit envious of this person, and you may have been resistant to them. I get that there was some difficulties. You may not have been communicating, or you may have blocked this person in the past. And it was because of how you assessed the situation. But it wasn't coming from a place that was seeing the truth, getting clarity. Again, it's that weak vantage point. So you made a judgment, you made an assessment about someone or someone's lifestyle. But it was all coming from a place of actually being quite envious about them. So it seems to me it was either a friend or someone there that was around you that you liked what they were doing. You thought that they had the life, but actually it turned out or it's turning out here, Cancer, that you misjudged the situation. So you saw them as a certain way, a certain person, and you thought that they were living this great life or something like that because they were single. But actually it was quite different. The reality was different. Okay, let's take a look at the King of Cups in reverse as the Strength. We've got the High Priestess in reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Sun card in reverse and the Lovers card in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, Cancer, I'm getting a very strong energy around this of ignoring your better self, ignoring your higher self, and really just focusing on something that feels good in the moment. Now, the Strength for you is that when it comes to this kind of lovers thing that we've got going on here, I feel like I'm talking to a Cancerian who hasn't been seeing things very clearly, has gotten involved with lovers. There has not been emotion involved with this, and it was just kind of testing the waters or just trying something out. Meanwhile, I think there is something else or someone else that you feel a stronger connection with, Cancer, but you've been ignoring that part of yourself. You've been ignoring that voice, which it could grow with something. It could grow with someone. So someone around you actually do have some emotion for. You're repressing it though. You're repressing this emotion. And meanwhile, there's this situation here where you're just going out and exploring with lovers. But the thing is, there's no compatibility with those people, and I see things not lasting. And to be honest, I don't think you want them to last. It's really just something that you're doing here to... it's more of a wilder energy, a freer energy, but not wanting to actually get involved in a relationship. Let's look at the challenge with that Page of Swords. I've got the Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Empress in reverse. Well, it's all about how you get viewed and the type of people that you hook up with here, really. Weird energy around this reading, it speaks to me of you feel challenged to go out and test, see if you can try this life, being single, being free, just kind of playing the field, keeping lots of different things going at once, with people who are not looking for relationships. It seems to me like it's just casual hookups, and you feel that that's your challenge, that you need to just go out and do that kind of thing without getting your heart involved. Let's take a look at the Nine of Wands as what's hidden. Three of Swords. Well, yeah, you've had your heart broken, and that's what's causing all of this. Now we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you don't want to put any effort into any relationships because you don't want to get hurt again. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. It's coming from a place of emotional immaturity, not wanting to get your heart involved with anyone who could potentially hurt you. So I see you here being very protective of your heart, not letting anyone in, not expressing love, not as soon as someone starts to look like they could be becoming clingy, you want out. So the thing is, I feel like I'm Cancer. You're someone here who is experiencing a difficult relationship in the past. You either have just gotten out of that or you are getting out of it right now. You really want freedom. You want to express freedom. I do think that there's someone around you that you're seeing that's somehow being, I get someone who you view as someone who's living a lifestyle that you would like to lead, but you're not seeing them the right way. You're making a judgment call based on something that is not the truth. It's coming from a weak perspective. So there's something there. And you're viewing them as someone who is leading this kind of lifestyle that you want to lead, but that's not real. It's not real. You want to get involved in these kinds of hookups, casual hookups, without getting your heart involved, because you don't want to get hurt. Basically, let's take a look at the Hierophant in reverse as the outcome for you, Cancer. We've got the World, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Star. Okay. Yeah, for you, it's really a situation where you're ending a traditional type of lifestyle. You don't want to lead that kind of life anymore, at least for a while. I don't think that you want to plant these seeds of the heart. I feel you're not planting anything in terms of love. And with the Star, I just get you being very hopeful here of that this is going to be a healing kind of energy, that you're going to be healed at some point by taking this road. I don't know what to say, Cancer. It'll be up to you completely, but I feel like I'm talking to probably a cross-watcher here who's dealing with a Cancer that's like this, or it could be reversed, because to be honest, I don't see this type of person as watching tarot for the most part. So the thing is, getting involved with this kind of relationship without getting your heart involved, it's tricky. It's going to be tricky. And I think that the Devil there is a warning. It's a warning for you, Cancer, in terms of entrapment. Doing something to excess, resultant self-loathing. The thing is, are you going to be able to treat people like this and be okay with that? I have a feeling that no is the answer, unless you're able to completely divorce your feelings out of it and divorce the feelings of other people. Yeah, that's what I sense. So it's going to be up to you, Cancer, whether you take this road, but it feels to me like you have this pull towards freedom. I don't want to get my heart involved. I don't want to get my heart broken again. I'm just going to have casual relationships. But the trick is going to be keeping the heart out of this. And the other trick, of course, is not hating yourself for doing this, by hurting people, because I do think that there will be people hurt around you. Also, losing that willpower. The thing is, for you with the Chariot, it tells me that your hopes around this is actually to get willpower to not do this, and not do this. And instead take the road of emotional availability, positive change. Do something that's actually meant for you in the future. It's something that, where is that card? The High Priestess in reverse here as a strength. It's something that intuitively you should be doing. So that's coming from your higher self, but you're ignoring that and just saying, no, I don't want to take that road. I'll take the other road here, where I just have casual hookups and be free and not get my heart involved, so I don't get it broken. That's what I'm picking up, Cancer. So we'll see where this goes. What I'm going to be doing in the extended is I'm going to be doing the flip side of this, so the other person. Honestly, I don't know who I'm going to be picking up here. it could be someone that you're currently involved with, or it could be this individual up here that you're focused on, where there's some envy about their lifestyle, but I get that they're being misjudged. So we'll have a look, we'll see where this goes in the extended. It'll be the same type of reading, and of course it'll be a completely new set of cards here with another person. So please do join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on the Vimeo channel. Be about another 30 or so minute reading. And if you would like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Please be sure to press that thumbs up button, like me, and also share on social media. If you're a newcomer, I'd love to have you as well. Please press that notification bell. So Cancer, interesting reading. We'll see where this goes in the extended. Bye for now, and I will speak to you in part 2.